Hey guys, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Xenosaga. The entirety of this series is coming to an end. But before we do that, he's got full HP and I set KOS-MOS up in a very effective way. Let's see if we can turn the final boss into a joke. I just think it'll be funny. Of course, we've already shown off the ability that this has to one-shot bosses. It's just funny to see it on the final boss. How much damage can you possibly... Yeah, we're one-shotting this boss because that's half its HP. This is why I ban this in boss fights. In normal encounters, it speeds things along. Sure thing. And for grinding, perfect. It's banned for bosses for a reason. That's why I beat the boss properly first. Anyway, with that being said, let's continue on with the cutscenes. This is the finale. I will break it up into multiple parts because it's long.
Do you understand what you're doing, Yeshua?
Yeah.
Abel's controlled by the system and I'm the operator. If I should somehow suddenly vanish, this world and the universe will...
You may be right, but
Really?
I want to believe
In the heart of
light
cards.
of human beings' will.
Close enough.
Very well then. Is that your answer? That does sound like you, Yeshua.
And with that, he's gone. Those petals symbolize the flowers in the garden on Melcha. A statement of their love.
Kevin.
Perhaps I wanted this from the very beginning. Since the day when I first met you, I may have been waiting for this day to come.
I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of their redemption stories in this game. I just don't think they're particularly effective. In fact, I would have preferred most of these characters stay completely
I'm sorry,
evil.
Shion. It's just that
At least Albedo got a cool one. I guess this kind of makes
You
up
don't have to tell me.
for all the evil Kevin
I
did, or at least
understand.
it's supposed to.
I know that you placed everything inside here.
Shion.
They're the precious memories you and I blossomed with our love. Thank you, Kevin.
I still don't like Kevin.
Because of you, I've been able to make it this far. Because of you, I'll keep going.
That's right. You'll be fine now.
Admittedly, it's nice that they got the final chance to say goodbye.
I'm glad I was able to see you smile again. Hang in there. The world is waiting for you.
And with that, Kevin's gone.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Kevin. Farewell.
Well, I was about to say we won, it's over,
What's going on?
but
The
I
system
guess
is
not.
still out of control.
Damn it! Isn't there any way to somehow stop it?
Don't worry.
Chaos. That makes sense. This, not particularly.
So, that is your wish?
It makes sense after we look at the database. But in what they've shown us, it doesn't. Okay, Nephilim, you were a human girl lost in the UMN. How are you in any position to supply the physical representation of God with a wish. I don't get that. But there's Nephilim and Abel. Sure, I guess.
Nephilim?
So it's decided?
Yes.
There is
This
some
phenomenon
explanation on
is
this
being caused
later.
by the wills. The
database.
Gnosis gathered in Zarthustra, with nowhere to go. Together with Abel, I will gather all those wills into me, and dimensionally shift this entire region of space to the land of origin.
The land of origin?
How?
Lost Jerusalem, a planet once called Earth.
Earth. Our homeland.
We cannot stop the universe's accelerating dissipation. The true destruction of the universe.
So the universe is still
The
fucked.
potential brought by the light of your will is unlimited.
Potential.
If mankind has enough time to build upon your feelings, then perhaps...
Potential doesn't
And you
mean
will
for sure,
provide us
though.
with that time?
Reminds me of Chrono Trigger for a
Yes.
moment.
I,
Pure potential.
Abel, and
And the two other people it makes sense to be. KOS-MOS and Chaos.
You're not the one who guided this universe to destruction. Ever since the moment I've existed,
The moment you've
my
existed.
power of Anima has caused the universe to tread the path toward destruction.
Okay. They put this in the database before we even got here, and I skipped it because it's like, they haven't even talked about that yet. But yes, Chaos is Anima. Now, if you remember back to Xenogears, we had the Council, the Solaris Council, and I believe they were the Animus, and then we had the Anima relics that paired with them. Well, in this game, Chaos is Anima. And the rest of it gets explained as we go.
Your power of Anima?
To prevent the destruction of the universe, and to save me, Mary separated the power of Anima into the vessels and sealed them, costing her life.
Now, if you remember back a few episodes when we got that flashback, cutscene, whatever you want to call it, where Shion saw Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, and Chaos starting to kind of come together now, right? Yeah, Chaos has been alive since that time. Mary Magdalene at that point died, splitting Chaos's power, which is basically the power of God. I've wanted to say this since we met him in episode 1. Chaos, for all intents and purposes, is God. And I know that's not 100% true, and there's different interpretations of it, but there's actually one point in the database where they basically say Chaos's power, or in other words, God's power. So I'm not 100% wrong on this either.
Sealed by her, I lost my power and became a spectator.
But Chaos, as the universe's failsafe, has basically existed always. He's basically part of God.
All this time, I didn't know what the meaning Anima, this power, held, or why I had this power. But now I finally know what it means for me to use this power. You taught me that.
Chaos.
I'm not sure how she taught him that, but I guess basically since he's lived so long like Wilhelm, they were able to manipulate, or well, not manipulate, but they were able to demonstrate a change in humanity that gave him hope. He's always been a source of
This
hope,
region
though.
of space will soon undergo a dimensional shift.
Basically, they're going to teleport the entire region to Lost Jerusalem.
Unfortunately, I don't have the power left to help you escape. I want you
How?
to get away somehow before this region is destroyed.
But what about you?
Everything follows the flow. Don't worry, we'll meet again. I'm sure of it.
Basically, this guy's been alive basically since the universe was born. How do you expect him to die?
Chaos.
chaos. What's gonna happen to this universe?
A good
Don't
question.
worry. When we disappear, the speed of this universe's destruction will slow down.
Oh?
But we can't stop the destruction itself.
So we still
At
lost.
best, this universe will last another few tens of thousands of years.
Oh, we
before it
only got
perishes.
20, 30,000 years.
Listen to Shion.
Oh,
The
biggie.
key to saving all lies in the land of origin, Lost Jerusalem. I and the Gnosis, the wills of countless people, will all return there. For mankind to survive, you must do what must be done in this universe.
And what's that?
And then come find Lost Jerusalem.
So we have another quest.
Shion.
Not in this
I
game,
know
we
you
don't.
and the others can do that.
I think what they did here was they left it open in case they got funding for another game. I'm not 100% sure, but we never get to find out what would have happened. At least to my knowledge. There might be some kind of document out there on it, but I haven't read it.
Here you are. After all this time, I finally found the real you. And now, we are going to be apart again. The time we'll spend apart will be an instant, in the flow of universal time.
This is a nice.
I know. We'll meet again. So please don't be sad, Shion.
Remember, she's back to being KOS-MOS, not Mary at this point.
That's unusually vague, coming from you, KOS-MOS. I think it is the most natural thing for me to say.
Their connection
That
is
too
explained
because of you.
in the database.
Thank you. No. Thank you for everything. You've given me so much. KOS-MOS, I'll see you soon. Yes, see you soon.
I do love their connection. It's something you don't see. It's a sisterhood that you just don't tend to see in a lot of JRPGs. You see enough bromances to sink a battleship, but you don't tend to see that as often. It's nice that there's enough characters, enough strong female characters in the game to be able to experience that. Now, the reason why Asher is there, if you remember, when Asher lost its Vessel of Anima before, they put the Kaiser generator in there. So that's why they can still use it at this point. I think it's lost an arm, though.
Let's begin. KOS-MOS, release my power now.
Very well, Yeshua.
Yeah, because Chaos has been alive for as long as he has, when Shion saw him in that flashback basically guarding the casket with Mary in it, there's a reason why he's there. I don't have time to get into it. She just absorbed the 12 Vessels of Anima, forming the other half of Chaos, the other part of him, which is Anima, his power. But he was there basically guarding Mary's tomb there. And that's where he spent a lot of time past the Lost Jerusalem area before he eventually rejoined society. There's Anima. And that is Animus, the female aspect. She's not going into KOS-MOS. She's going into Nephilim.
Wandering wills, come to the cradle within you.
Cradle being a double term at this point. Isn't in like ancient references and all that stuff, isn't cradle like a term for a womb, I believe? I could be wrong. I can't remember. The universe is becoming nothingness. That's not good.
What's going on? The Gnosis are...
Nephilim's probably gathering them.
No, they're behaving very strangely.
They don't want to go.
What?
The Gnosis are objecting. They are refusing to join as one. No, they're afraid.
No! That would mean that Chaos and the others will... Jin! Go back! They're in serious danger!
No, we can't. Have you forgotten about the duty that they have entrusted us with? They stayed behind for us.
Jin. Xion, let's go. We have things we need to do. Isn't that right? Come on.
I know it's not a surprise, but these are the final cutscenes are my favorite cutscenes in the game. It's not really a big shock, but it's not for all the action. It's for the character building moments at the end of the game.
It's impossible for me to guide all the wills.
More time is needed to complete the dimensional shift. KOS-MOS, please protect this place until then.
Understood.
And we will see a few of them. And a motion out of KOS-MOS. Awesome!